There's a skill that if you learn it and perfect it, you're almost guaranteed to make your first million. I went from being homeless and sleeping in my car to generating millions of dollars and helping other people do the exact same thing. My mission in 2025 is to help 100 people get their first million. So this video right now, this needs to be the one that you save. You need to come back to it. Make sure that you're understanding this skill that I'm going to go over. What's amazing about this is that it's so much more than a skill. It is a universal law. It's a universal law. So it doesn't work because of you. It's not working because of how good you are. It works because God put it into place, and it works for absolutely everyone. So here's that universal law. What's crazy is that you would think that a lot more people would talk about this, because you can see it in the fabric of everything that you do. And I'll make sure that I break it down. I'll make sure that we go over it and make sure that we completely understand it. Make sure you completely understand it. And I want to make sure that you understand how to implement this in everything that you do. The universal law is this: the perpetual law of mutual exchange, which states this: prosperity is built on the perpetual law of mutual exchange, which states that if you help someone prosper, you must in turn prosper yourself. I like to say that again. Prosperity is built on the perpetual law of mutual exchange, which states that if you help someone prosper, you must in turn prosper yourself. It is a universal law. So what I want to do is get into some examples of how we see this law in the fabric of every successful person, every successful business in the entire world. Let's say, for example, Elon Musk and Tesla. The question that you ask yourself is, does a Tesla, and not just a Tesla, any car, does a car help someone prosper? Whether it's a Ford or a Ram or a Tesla, it could be a hoopty. Does a vehicle help someone prosper? 1000% yes. Kenny, how does a vehicle help somebody prosper? Well, I can drive that vehicle to work, and that's going to help me make money. So now I have the vehicle. Oof, this is really good. Somebody has provided the vehicle for me to make money, and now I'm able to make money. And because of that, whoever sold me the vehicle now gets paid money because the thing that they sold me helped me prosper. So the only thing that you're doing, and this is the only thing that everybody is doing in the world, only thing that you got to do is make sure that your service or product is being used as a vehicle to help somebody prosper. So you ask yourself this question. I have this MacBook Pro here. Does the MacBook Pro help somebody prosper? Absolutely. Does this microphone help someone prosper? Absolutely. Does this lamp help someone prosper? Absolutely. Do the shoes that I have on my feet help someone prosper? Yes, absolutely. Does Starbucks help someone prosper? Yes, 1000%. Absolutely. So what's crazy is that you see this universal law in the fabric of every single rich, successful person in the entire world. The question is, how are you going to implement this universal law in everything that you do? And I'll make sure that I give you some examples, some practical examples of what it is that I do, and how you can use these laws if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you make content, things like that. And I'm going to use those examples because that's what it is that I do every single day. But I also have some homework that I have for you. And I did this homework, and this is the homework that I did before I started making my first video. Now, I want you to check game. If you go to my TikTok, which is Kenny Morgan Official, if you go to my TikTok, scroll all the way down to the bottom, the first 3 videos that I recorded at the time, I was homeless at the time. I was homeless. 2 videos after that. So by the 5th video, I manifested $36,000 using this one universal law. So the first thing that I did when I was on TikTok, so let me go back a little bit. And I don't want to really go into the story of me being homeless, and forget it. I'll do it. So I had a successful business. I had an unsuccessful business. I had a business partner that at the time was worth like $256 million. We started a funding company. I was using the same exact marketing that I've done my entire life for this funding business. So there was no way that this thing could not work. This guy, his name is PJ. Shout out to PJ. Love you, my dude. This dude invested $150,000 into this funding business. So I had $150,000 to basically spend on Facebook and Instagram ads and stuff like that. How could it possibly fail? It can't. I've done this my entire life. But what's crazy, in 3 months, everything failed. We didn't sign up not one customer. All of a sudden, out of the blue, PJ hits me up and he's like, bro, we can't do this anymore. I cannot continue to invest money into something that is not giving us any money. So we're done. So I went from having a business partner worth $256 million to having a $150,000 investment. I was paying myself weekly. I went from like having money to no money at all. And then a couple of weeks later, now I find myself homeless and I'm sleeping in front of my car in front of this hotel. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, they try to tow the vehicle while I'm inside of the vehicle. They did not get the vehicle that day, but 1 week later, they were able to get the vehicle. Okay, cool. Peep game, no problem. I lose everything, and there's a process that goes along with that, and I make videos talking about how down I was, but this is not the video for you to feel sorry for me. This is the video for you to use this skill to make sure that you get to your first $1 million. What I did is I went to TikTok. My plan was the first thing that I did, for those of you that are taking notes, the first thing that you're going to do is that you are going to take the skill, you're going to take the energy that you have always used for someone else, and you're going to put yourself first. You're going to take your skill, your gift, and you're going to use it for you and stop using your gift for everybody else. That's a totally different video. I'll make that at a different time. Step number 2, what I did is I did some research. And I want you to do this research yourself using the perpetual law of mutual exchange. Now, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, every single company is based off of this universal law. Because every single time you or someone else goes and makes a video, that video is energy. That video is you or somebody else teaching in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you think about TikTok, TikTok is nothing but a huge platform of one person teaching another person. It doesn't matter what the video is about. The girl that's twerking is teaching how to twerk. The person that is doing a prank is teaching how to do a prank, which is crazy, which is how some of those things go viral, right? The so-and-so prank, the this prank. I don't know if you ever saw that prank where it was the give me my money, and then everybody would clap. Somebody recorded that video, and then somebody else watched that video. They watched other people do it, and then they knew how to do it because of another video. So every single video, every time that you open a video, the only thing that we're doing as humans is we are teaching each other. What's funny is that little extra credit. What did the disciples call Jesus before they realized that he was God? They called him Rabboni. They called him teacher. Matter of fact, what's crazy is that Jesus was so much of a teacher, he said that when I spoke in parables. And if it wasn't a parable, I did not speak. So now, how do we take the story? How do we take teaching, include this one universal law, and make sure that we get our first million? This is what we're going to do. So the first thing that I did is I went on TikTok and I went through 200 videos. And I didn't go through the videos looking to watch the video. I went through the video asking myself the question, now that I watched this video, how much money can I make after watching this video? What information did this person give me that I can now go and take this information and go do what they taught me to do and now make money off of this video? What you're looking for is asking yourself that question. What's crazy is this. Let's say, for example, you got Shaniqua. I don't know why we're using Shaniqua, but we're going to use Shaniqua. Let's say, for example, we use Shaniqua, and Shaniqua is twerking in the video. So she's teaching, whether she knows it or not, she's teaching in the video. But Shaniqua don't know nothing about marketing. Shaniqua doesn't know to go to the link in the bio and find out more information about twerking. She doesn't know how to include the perpetual law of mutual exchange in that video. So now she just has hundreds of videos. She just has a bunch of value that is on the internet, but she doesn't know how to funnel that money into her. So who gets paid that money? If Shaniqua doesn't do it, who gets paid that money? The person that gets paid the money is the person that is holding the video. So now TikTok gets that money, YouTube gets that money, Instagram gets that money, Facebook gets that money. That's the reason why social media is like boom, because you have all these people that are either they're not using the perpetual law of mutual exchange, or they don't know about the perpetual law of mutual exchange, and they don't know how to put this information into every video that they do. After you do your research, and after you have gone through the profiles, and after you've gone through the videos to see if the person is including the perpetual law of mutual exchange in a video. And again, what you're doing is you're watching that video and then asking yourself, now that I've watched this video, how much money can I make from the information that this person gave me in the video? I guarantee you, if you watch 200 videos, you might find 5 of them where you can make money from the video. So the third part of this is now what you're going to do is you're going to take your product, you're going to take your service, and you're going to include this one universal law in all of your videos. So the way that you're going to use this universal law is you're going to give 3 steps. You're going to give 3 steps. You're going to give 5 steps. You're going to give me something in the video, some type of information that I can use in the video, the same exact way I'm giving you 3 steps in this video. The first step was I forgot, and then the second step was do your research, and then the third step is making sure that you have 3 steps or 5 steps. Have something in the video, something that people can do. Here's the deal. Let me give you an example of that. Let's say, for example, you take this universal law, and step 1 was taking your gift. So let's say you take this universal law and you say, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to include this universal law in everything that I do, right? Then step 2 is you've done the research on your niche and you see how this person is making a video, but they don't have this universal law. They didn't tell me anything that helps me prosper. They gave me information, but they didn't tell me anything that I can do to help me prosper. You then take that video and now recreate that video. You do it on YouTube. Go take a YouTube video that somebody else has done, that somebody else has already gone viral on this video. The video, other people already liked the video. Take the first 30 seconds of the video and copy the first 30 seconds of the video. Take the thumbnail and do the thumbnail the same exact way that they do it, and then make sure that you're including the perpetual law of mutual exchange embedded or married into that video. What that means is when you make every single video, you should be giving me some kind of information to where after that video, I can then go and do something for me to make money, for me to prosper. Let's say, for example, you do that on this video. Let's say, for example, you're looking at your own videos and you're like, yo, this is crazy. I make all these videos, but I don't use the perpetual law of mutual exchange in the video. And then you start doing it. And then you go and you make a video and you do exactly what I said. And because it is a universal law, you get $10,000 because somebody went and watched your video and did the thing that you told them to do. Now that you made that $10,000, how much does the universe owe me? $10,000. It is the perpetual law of mutual exchange. Here's the last example that I'll give you, and then after I give you this example, I have another video to make for you guys. All right, cool. So Alex Hormozi, many of you know him. If you don't know him, his last name is spelled Hormozi. Shout out to Alex. Amazing dude, right? I don't agree with everything he says, but amazing dude. Alex Hormozi gives you a perfect example of this universal law in one book. So the name of the book is $100 Million Offers. At the beginning of the book, little Alex sells his gym company, and he sells that gym company for a couple of $1 million. I don't remember how much, but it was a couple of $1 million. But little Alex wants $100 million. He doesn't want a couple of $1 million. He wants his first $100 million. So what little Alex has to do is little Alex has to take and find out what is it that I know that works, that other people can do. And when other people do it, they can make their first $1 million. They can earn their first $1 million. So little Alex says, you know what? The thing that I know that I can do that other people need to know how to do is create an offer. Matter of fact, that's going to be the name of the book. $100 million offers. How to make an offer that is so good that people will feel stupid saying no to, right? So, which is crazy. That's what YouTube is about. How do we make an offer that's so good people will feel stupid saying no to? So what's the offer? The offer is we're going to build a platform. Other people can actually make a video. You can put your video on here. We'll show your video to people and then you can make money. How about that? It's an irresistible offer. So how do I make an offer that's so good that people will feel stupid saying no to? He writes his book, and the book is amazing. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, he gives the book away as long as the person pays for shipping and handling. And he tells you in the book, listen, you can't do business with me unless you have a business to where you have at least brought in over $1 million. I just need for 100 people to go out and build irresistible offers that are so good that people will feel stupid saying no to, because as soon as they get $1 million, there is a universal law. Now, I don't know if he knew about the universal law. I think he does, but there's a universal law that says, listen, if Sally and Sue and Cindy and Craig and Frank go out and build, or Kenny Morgan, go out and build irresistible offers, and they build this in their own company. When other people do that, the universe now owes me $100 million. So Alex goes out and he does that. How much is Alex worth now? A lot more than $100 million. Why? Because he gave away information. So now little Alex says, well, wait a minute. I got $100 million off of this book. This is absolutely amazing. So now what does little Alex does? Now little Alex goes and writes another book, and the name of that next book is $100 million Leads, or something like that. $100 million Leads, which is, I don't think that it's as good of a book as $1 Million Offers, but it's the same exact premise. It's the same exact premise. So what you're doing, the one skill that you're going to do, and the promise that I made you at the beginning of this video, is the one skill that if you do this one skill and you learn this one skill and you implement this one skill, you cannot help but get your first $1 million. It is guaranteed for you to get your first $1 million. All you're doing is teaching other people how to prosper. Again, the law is the perpetual law of mutual exchange, which states if you help someone prosper, then you must in turn prosper yourself. It is a universal law. My company, Master Manifesto University, is 3 things that we work on. It's removing people's internal blocks, activating your millionaire mind, and showing you how to attract and enroll your dream client. If you want to work with Master Manifesto University, if you want the baddest coach in the entire world, then go to the description and the link in the bio and click on that link. But based off of the law, whether you work with me or not, make sure that you take this information. Make sure you take this video. Make sure you take this and implement this in your own company, because whether the person works with you or not, they just have to do it, and the universe owes you that money. We live in a world where people hate for no reason. And I truly believe that if people can hate for no reason, then I can love you for absolutely no reason. My name is Kenny Morgan, and I love you. Deuces.